Hey guys, welcome to Project Management World, and we are back with our another video. And this video is about a very popular topic, and which is risk management. So we will cover today the overview of risk management, which will include like what is risk, how risk management works, what are the processes under the risk management, and how these processes are mapped into the process groups. So this is the topic of the today. So before start of the video, I would like you, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe the channel and press that bell icon as well, so that you can get latest update whenever I upload a new video. So let's start this. So first of all, let's understand what is a risk. So if you can see here, so risk is nothing but it is an uncertain event which may result in a negative or positive outcome. It is saying here that risk is an event that we cannot predict and which has two outcomes, which is one is negative and second one is positive. Negative outcome is called as threats and the positive outcome called as the opportunities. So now what are the threats and opportunities? Negative outcome we have here is the threats. So let's take an example. So if we are into construction of a project, but we can see that there is a monsoon season as well, so the construction work may be hampered by the monsoon, so that is a threat to us. And the second one we have is the positive risk, which is called as opportunity. Example of positive outcome, that is opportunity, is for example, we are giving an order to supplier for 10 quantities. So he's saying that if you give me the order for 10 quantity, then I will give you rate of 100 each, but if you can give me order for 100 quantity, then I can decrease that rate to 80. So that is an opportunity to us. So we need to see whether do we need this much material to order, so that we can save this 20 rupees per quantity. So that is an example of opportunity as well. So now coming to the risk management, what is risk management? So if you can see in the screen, so what it is telling here, so this definition is as per the PM book guide 6th edition. So it is telling here that project risk management includes the processes of conducting risk management planning, identification, analysis, response planning, response implementation, and monitoring on a project. Means initially we plan like how we gonna monitor, how we gonna identify the risk, that is we do in the planning. Then we identify the risk. Second one is the identification. After identification and having the list of risk, we do the analysis. Analysis may include qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis, and then we do probability and impact assessment. Then we do the response planning accordingly. After that we implement those risks, and after implementation we monitor those risks as well, whether we are going as per plan or not. So that is what a risk management is. See below, the objective of risk management are to increase the probability or impact of positive risk and decrease the probability and impact of negative risk. So what it is telling here, that overall objective of risk management is to increase the probability of positive risks. If we have some opportunity, so we need to increase the probability of that opportunity, and if we have some threat then we need to decrease the probability of that negative risk, that threat. So that is all about the risk management. That is the purpose of risk management. Now let's see process to process group mapping, like how project risk management processes are mapped in the process groups. So 5 process group: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. So in initiation there is no process of risk management. Under planning we have 5 processes of the risk management. So as we read in the definition, under planning we have plan risk management. So we define how we are going to conduct the risk management throughout the project. So this defines, for example, this defines the formats, but formats we are going to use, risk categories as well. So all these things we put into that plan, which is called as risk management plan. So this second process, we list out all the risk, we identify the risk, and then we end of this process we have a risk register with us. So in this process we create a risk register which will have all the list of the risk that we can see as of now in the project. That may be threats or opportunities, whatever it is. Third one we have is the perform qualitative risk analysis. Once we have identified the risk in the risk register, we have the list of threats and opportunity with us. So now we do the probability and impact analysis of those risks. For example, how much is the probability of occurring that risk? So we put the rating as well. For example, on the scale of 1 to 5, we put the probability, and as same in the aspect of impact as well, we put the impact rating as well. And then after multiplying probability into impact, we have a risk score, which is a qualitative risk analysis. So that's what we do here in the qualitative risk analysis. Next we have is the perform quantitative risk analysis. So now it's time to quantify that analysis that we perform in the qualitative risk analysis. So for example, we put the impact value into that probability into impact. So for example, probability is 50%, that is 0.5%, and we have an impact value. For example, if this risk occurs, this will impact this much money to us. So then we will multiply that 0.5 into, for example, $100. So $100 is the impact value. So then we have $50 is the risk score, which is quantified. So this is what quantitative risk analysis is. And the last in the planning process group we have is the plan risk responses. So once we have done qualitative, quantitative, so it's time to plan the risk responses, and we have various risk responses as well, different to threats and different responses to the opportunities. So for example, mitigation is there, escalation is there, accepting the risk is also a, say, risk response planning. So we apply these responses based on the risk. We have done all the processes that are under planning process group. Now we move into the execution phase, and here under risk management execution phase we have a process of implementing risk responses. Now we actually implement those risk responses that we have planned to do. So this is we do in the execution. So after we actually implement those risk response plans, so then it's time to monitor those. So that is what it is showing here in the monitoring and control. Okay, so that's what the risk management overview we have. So let's summarize it. So initially what we do, we create a risk management plan which will define like how we are gonna conduct the risk management, and then we do the identification of risk. The end result of that process is the risk register. At the end we have a risk register which will have a list of risk. After identification of risk, we do the qualitative analysis. So now we need to have that risk score. So we do the probability into impact assessment. So after doing qualitative, we do the quantitative risk analysis. In this, we quantify the risk score which we have created in the qualitative risk analysis. And after quantitative risk analysis, we will have the contingency for the project as well. So the quantitative, we do the risk response planning. We can do mitigation, we can accept, we can transfer the risk, whatever strategy we can follow. And then after that planning, in the execution we implement those responses, and after implementing we just do the monitoring of the risk. So this is the overview of the risk management, and I hope this has helped you something in understanding about the risk management. And yes, I will create a separate video for qualitative and quantitative in detail, because there are a lot of techniques, tools we used while doing the qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis. So I'll upload a new video for that separately. So yeah, that was all about the video, and let me know in the comment section if you have any question, any suggestion for me. So yeah, thanks, and have a good day.